Let's talk about tiering. Tier 1 at the very top is 1-to-1. So they call it strategic ABM. So this is where, in the example that I gave, that you come and say, I want to close the I want to target the 4 banks in Australia. And then you create a 1-to-1 strategy because it's really difficult to close those companies. Then it's scale ABM, which is 1-to-few. We'll talk about the details of these. And there is programmatic ABM, which is 1-to-many. It's less than about 1,000 targets that you might have in those. And what generally happens is that you go from low to high when it comes to investment and your ROI. So your ROI goes higher as you become more personalized and more focused. All right, strategic ABM. So here's some details of what we've seen in the market and some of the studies that they've done for ABM. So these are highly personalized campaigns, both for the accounts and the personas within those accounts. So your campaign you could go as detailed as, in my campaign, I have a specific sub-campaign for the CIO of NAB. The budget of these could go up to $50,000 per account. Because once you land NAB, that could be a $3 million deal. So $50,000 is nothing compared to that. The median number of accounts that you pick is about 14. You don't go beyond that. You do go beyond that, but that's the median number. And the approximate deal size is $300,000 plus, in the millions. Then there is scale ABM. Scale ABM is probably the best place to start. And what you want to do with your ABM campaign, you want to run a pilot, and we'll talk about that later. But that's probably the best place to start with your ABM campaign, where the deal size is $50,000 to $30,000. The companies that you're going after, the median size of accounts that you have would be 80. And what you do in that situation is you cluster these accounts. So you would have 80, and you would say 20 of them are in hospitality, and we're going to create a campaign for that. 20 of them are in legal vertical, and so on and so forth, and you create campaigns around those clusters. And your spend per account could be about 3,500 US AUD. And then there is programmatic. Programmatic is probably the one that leverages technology the most, and it's not as personalized as the other campaigns. And deal sizes $10,000 to $50,000. You could have up 700, 800 accounts that you're targeting, and the spend per account is a bit variable over here. It's because it gets smaller. It's not as accurate to put a number on it, but that's the kind of range that you're looking at.